Hey, it's Mark Podolsky, the Land Geek. Let's have another virtual cup of coffee together. Really enjoying my Nespresso Americano this morning. I got one of those Nespresso machines because I'm too lazy to grind my own coffee beans. So, have you ever started a new venture project, been really excited about it, and then suddenly it fizzled? And once you kind of hit that reality that how much work it was really going to take to make that project or venture really go, was kind of demotivating. And you're just like, do something else. And this is common, by the way. And what it is just really simply a lack of motivation. And I was reading a study by Carol Dweck. And there are three really important components to keep motivation sustainable. And the three are autonomy, values, and competence. So autonomy, what does that mean? It just means you're in charge. So if you start a project and you don't feel like you have any control over that project or any control of that venture, that's demotivating. So before you even start something, make sure, how autonomous am I going to be? How many things in this new venture are outside of my control? Now, in land, for example, you have total control, right? You pick the land, you lead the offer campaign, you lead the marketing campaign, you do the sales campaign, everything you can really be in charge of and outsource to your virtual assistants, right? But let's say you picked a different niche. Let's say you picked buying a house, right? And flipping a house. Well, if you're gonna flip a house, there's some things outside of your control, like the subcontractors, when they show up, if they show up, those types of things. That can be demotivating when you first get started. That's just an example. The second big one is it within your value system? Are you finding value in what you're doing? Now, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you really think about it, you can find value in just about anything. However, you need to actually spend some time and think about, is this aligned within my values and within my purpose? So for example, for me, buying and selling land and helping people achieve the dream of land ownership aligns with my values. And the income that it creates aligns with my values to really help me spend more quality and valuable time with my family in the ways that I want to spend that time. So it is aligned with my values, even though on the surface, if I just looked at it like, oh, I'm, buying and selling raw land, I'm not curing cancer, you could say, oh, that's not so great. But it really, if you really think about it, it can align with your values. So number 2 is values. And number 3 is competence. The more we do something, the better we get at it. And the more motivated we feel when we do it. So I'll give you an example of my son when he first started playing basketball. He was terrible, he hated it. But as he kept practicing, and he kept practicing, all of a sudden, the ball started going in the hoop, and he liked it more and more. And now I can't get him to come in because it's so hard. He doesn't want to stop playing basketball because he loves it so much, because he has that feeling of competence. And you can have that same feeling of competence once you get your first few deals done under your belt and getting that income and passive income rolling in. So autonomy, values, competence, these are the 3 main components to sustaining motivation. If you want more tips, tricks, techniques on how to make an incredible income, actively or passively, buying and selling raw land, check me out at www.thelandgeek.com. Subscribe to the podcast, click that below as well. Getting excellent feedback on the podcast. And certainly download for free the Passive Income Blueprint at the website, thelandgeek.com. So anyways, thanks for having a virtual cup of coffee with me. I'll see you next time.